Hello, everybody in YouTube land, music lovers one and all. My name is Kat, and you are watching CHOPZ All Music, and it's coming to you. I'm coming to you from Cape Coral, Florida, uh, via Bloomfield Community TV. That's Comcast, AT&T in Bloomfield, Birmingham, Bingham Farms, Beverly Hills, all around there. So, if you love music, and if you play music, and if you're curious about what it takes to live that life, you might find the show fun and interesting. I hope you do. We have a whole lot of fun. And most of my guests on here perform in the Detroit area. Today I have one very talented individual who has melded musical genres together in his very diverse band. They are called Thunderbuck Ram, and his name is Frank Bennett. And welcome, Frank.
Thank you. Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I was on Facebook. Well, first of all, thanks for taking the time to be on here. And I know you got a busy schedule and all that, but I was on Facebook initially, and I was asking around who plays funk in the Detroit area, and the name Thunderbuck came up, and I'm not sure, maybe it was you or maybe it was somebody that was recommending you. And would you agree to that description, or how would you describe your music with the band?
Well, yeah, I would say it's definitely funk, funk rock. We have an interesting origin story, I guess, if you want to hear that.
What's that?
We have an interesting origin story that
Yes.
A friend of mine, we were both in different bands, and he's more into harder stuff.
Oh.
And him and I got together originally, and it was funny because in Ann Arbor they have Current Magazine, which is kind of like Metro Times, and they had the best of, best every, restaurant, band, and they had a category of best favorite band name, so we he before him and I even got together, he submitted the name Thunderbuck Ram because he loved, because it's actually a Mata Hoople song.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah.
So he won, and they actually give you an award, but there was no band.
Oh, okay. So the name came first.
The name came first. So then when him and I got together, it was basically like, well, we have to be Thunderbuck Ram because we already have the best band.
Yeah, I guess so.
So when we first started, we were more rock. He was kind of the leader of the band, and we were definitely more kind of bluesy rock. And then he left the band, and our drummer just really wanted to continue. So I decided to keep the name, and then him and I continued, and we eventually it melded from kind of rock to punk to more. We're getting more and more funky because we got a new guitar player, and he was our current guitar player he's also from a metal background, but he really likes funk music, Prince, and Zap Band, and that kind of stuff. So we've been for the last few years leaning towards more funk, and now we have a new drummer who's straight funk. So basically that's where we are.
You're in that direction then now.
Yeah.
I was hearing a lot of Lenny Kravitz and even Hendrix, and I guess your guitarist style.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's into one of his biggest things is Roger and Zap. He got that talk box and everything, and but his background is like Mastodon and Black Sabbath and that kind of stuff. And so that's his base, but he's really into Prince and Zap now. So and I love Lenny Kravitz, so people have told me you hear a lot of Lenny, and so because I mean, my favorite band obviously is Prince, but I love One of my favorite bands is The Clash. I love The Clash.
Oh, okay.
I love, like, New Order, like, but of course, like Little Richard, James Brown, that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah,
uh,
it's interesting where it all kind of
yeah,
melts together sometimes, and even
right,
Prince stuff did that too. It's
yeah,
uh,
yeah. So it's
late '70s stuff, early
it's
'80s.
Sly and the Family Stone, just
Right.
that kind of stuff. It's just real up, like high energy, upbeat, that kind of stuff.
Okay. So how many people are in your band now? Because I did see in your video you had, you know, um, black, white, men, women. It's like very diverse. And then I would see another video of it's like just three of you.
Well,
So
yeah, we're a
you,
trio. We're a
oh, you
power.
are a trio.
So
Okay.
the theme of the video was, it was kind of a running joke. Uh, one of the the guitarist before, so we're on our third guitar player. So
Okay.
the second guitar player, it was funny because we'd be talking, and I'd always say, well, I know a girl that, like, does this, and it was always like, yeah, I know a girl. And so the song is Just a Girl I Know, because
Okay.
it's like, say, like, oh, I need to get my windows washed, and I was like, I know a girl that does that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And but so the video is like the three of us, and then our female alter egos.
Oh.
So yeah, so the video, it's like, if you watch it, we're switching back and forth from from our like masculine selves to our feminine selves, kind of a thing.
Well, now, did I not see some women in the video though? Actually, women.
Yeah,
With
but
the
it's,
vocal.
so they're playing us. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah,
I
so
have to watch
so
that video again.
yeah,
Okay.
so basically those women are us, our alter egos.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we're switching back and forth. That was the idea.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
All
it's like Just a Girl I Know. It's like we're just girls. We're all girls.
right. Okay. That's a different approach, but okay.
Right, right.
That
It was fun making that video. So we had.
that looked like a fun video to do. In fact, we're going to show that at the end of this too.
Oh, awesome.
Did
Awesome.
pull that in here for later on. So did I see? Well, first of all, do you kind of center around Ypsilanti? Is that right, or do you play in a
Yes.
different area?
Yeah,
Okay.
we actually all live in Ypsilanti.
Oh,
Our yeah, yeah, we're all in the city limits of Ypsi. Yeah.
oh, okay. And
Uh,
what places do you play around there? I'm not familiar with what's going on in Ypsilanti at all.
Well, they have a bar called Ziggy's, which is very
Oh, okay.
popular, and then there's the Regal Beagle, which is it's more of a punk bar. We
Okay.
haven't played there because it's, like I said, it's more of a punk bar. But I mean, we would. Um, and then Ann Arbor has the Blind Pig.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Play
then,
there.
but right now we're doing, Arts Beats and Eats. We did
Oh, you
Taco.
are. Okay.
Well, we got accepted into Arts Beats and Eats, but our drummer had a wedding in Colorado, so we couldn't play.
Oh, okay.
But they wanted us, so hopefully this year we'll have a chance to play. We did Taco Fest. We did Heritage Fest. So we're focusing more on festivals,
Oh,
like,
all right.
so we're not spring chickens anymore. So staying up past midnight is, if I can avoid that.
I'm with you on that. Um, so you guys book your own, or do you have an agent or something like that, or
We're
trade
Yeah,
show?
I do most of the booking,
Yeah.
and it's still this, word of mouth. Like, we'll hook up with bands and trade shows, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open for Arts, Beats, and Eats for sure.
Yeah, we haven't
Or some
heard
of those other
anything. Yeah,
festivals. Yeah.
hopefully there's a lot of festivals. Michigan has a lot, so
Yeah.
um, I remember before you'd pick which ones you'd like to play. Now, once you submit, you're automatically enrolled for a chance to play all of them. So hopefully we'll get one or two this summer.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's an area I've been trying to get into for years. I don't know. It's it can be tricky, but like you say, once you get in there, you're all set.
Yeah.
Uh, but any other shows you got coming up?
Nothing right now. Right now we're recording,
Hmm.
so finishing up our recording, and
Oh,
um,
okay.
so hopefully that'll be done this summer, and and right now we with everything digital online, we're going to try to do more videos or shorts. That's
Oh, okay.
do some reels, Instagram, that kind of thing. So right now, that's the focus. And then this summer, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll be playing like arts, beats, and eats.
So are you the writer in the band, or is that kind of a collaboration band
Well,
sort of?
I'm the lyricist, so I basically come up with the lyrics. It's funny, people talk about writing and they think there was a really interesting article on like how bands split up their money, and like U2, they all take writing credits, and then like Oasis, the
Okay.
Gallagher brothers get 100%. And they're like, well, just because you came up with the bass line, you're not getting any money. But so I let everyone come up, like I'll come up with a part, and then
Okay.
the drummer will come up with a part, but when it comes to writing the lyrics, I write all the songs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that can be a really sticky situation with how you divide that up, because there's, like you say, there's lyrics, there's melody, but if somebody comes up with a riff, especially if it's a signature riff that defines the song, you know, and
Yeah, it's hard to work. So right now I would like to keep it, with the 50-50. We're all,
yeah, but
we're all, you know.
when you have a smaller band, it's probably just a lot easier just to do a split, and then everybody.
Absolutely, yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not like we're on that level of we have to worry about publishing right now. So it's pretty.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just basically what we get for the shows. Make sure
Okay.
everyone at least gets gas money, kind of a thing.
Right. Right. So what are your songs? So lyrically, then, what do your songs tend to be about? Is there any subject matter that you tend to gravitate towards, or do you kind of switch it up depending on what your creative mood tells you?
Yeah, well, the song "Just a Girl," the video
Oh,
that
yeah.
that kind of wrote itself.
Yeah.
Our guitar player Pammy, who's no longer in the band, came up with that opening guitar riff, and then
Oh,
I kind of wrote around that. But
yeah.
usually, we're not very we're not very political. I'd like to get more socially conscious, but right now it's basically I kind of write in the kind of the David Bowie, William Burroughs school of I just
Huh.
kind of like throw words together and
Yeah.
see if
Stream
they
of consciousness, would you
yeah.
say? Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll get a topic, and then like or a title, and then just
Yeah.
um well, my best friend, he's in Nashville, and we do a lot of songwriting down there, and I've been in a lot of writing circles, and it's
Oh,
a lot of fun, and
yeah.
it's just no idea is a bad idea. You just throw it out there, see if it works. If it doesn't, you just
Yep.
another idea. So basically it's kind of a stream of consciousness, but I will have like a topic or a phrase. A lot of times like right now, I just heard this with everything going on. I heard a phrase called superpower suicide. And so that's
I'm
like
sorry. Can you repeat that? What?
I heard on the news the term superpower suicide.
Okay.
That stuck with me. So that'll probably be another song you'll be hearing from us.
Right. So you, like me, like write down these little phrases, or I record them in my phone, put it in my notes in my phone and things like that. And
Oh, you have to, because
yeah.
the more you think you'll remember it, the faster you'll forget it. So you
Yeah.
have to write it down. You have to.
And I'm driven by titles as well, or certain phrases and things like that. But on the political note, I've been finding myself doing more social commentary, and the only thing that comes back to get me is that I get shy about performing the songs because I'm all hung up about who's going to be in what frame of mind to perform that song or not, so that kind of stands in the way of of keeping those songs in rotation. But do you ever find that you kind of hold back playing a song?
No, I know what
The
you're talking
lyrical
about.
content.
With us, it's like we have a song I wrote in the year, like it's an older song, and we kind of stopped playing it, but it's called "Tell the Truth," and it's
Okay.
came back around where it's relevant again now,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
a funky, upbeat song. So it's kind of like when people that see our posters or see us, they kind of know it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're always going to have people with different um, uh, backgrounds and different opinions.
Yeah.
But you kind of, if you're at our show, you kind of, before you hear a note, you kind of know what's going to go. You know, it's like you're the way we dress and this the way we present ourselves. It's not like we're screaming liberals or anything, but um, it won't be a shock to anyone. That
Okay. Okay. Or maybe I'm reading too much into that people are going to listen to every single thing about it instead of gravitating towards the whole vibe of the song and the groove of a song.
yeah,
So that's what
especially
I always hope for,
right.
to be
It's
drawn into the groove of the song, and then okay, yeah, maybe it is all about love, after it's all said and done. But
Yeah, yeah, like I said, most of our songs is hot. They're high energy, groove oriented, real.
yeah,
So it's like, um, it's not a lot of people sitting down listening. Kind of a
right,
English.
right, analyzing.
Yeah, that, I've had girlfriends get upset. Like, what does that mean? That kind.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah.
Where it's like it's just a stream of consciousness. It has nothing to do with you.
Oh, right, right. That's right.
But yeah,
I've
it's
been in songwriting appreciation classes where they're analyzing something that Dylan wrote, or you know, uh, I'm a walrus and all that. It's like, and they're taking these stuff apart. Leonard Cohen taking these lyrics apart, and then when you turn around and ask somebody like Bob Dylan, he's like, "Why are you asking me this?" What it's about. It's just what It's kind of like for the listener to
yeah, and
decide. You
it's
know.
interesting because I've had people. Because we're loud, and at the bars, a lot of people say a lot of times, I wish I could hear you
Oh
better.
yeah, good point. Yep.
And, but I've had, and then this also has happened to my friend in Nashville, where people come up to me and say, kind of repeat the lyric back, but it'll be
Oh.
wrong, but it'll be better than what I wrote. And I have never changed the lyric, but my friend in Nashville has actually changed lyrics because people misheard it, but what they misheard was
Oh,
better than what he wrote.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
Never
and
heard of.
it's only happened to me a couple times. One time it was a guy, someone who I really respected, and it was a kind of a big deal. He misheard a lyric, and he it was interesting because it was more like, huh, I didn't
Yeah,
change the song, but
yeah.
it was like, wow, that's huh. It was interesting, that's what you
That's
heard.
Well, it's flattering that somebody's paying that close attention to
Yeah,
you
yeah, a
know,
lot yeah.
because a lot of times people, they're like I said, it's the overall factor, and they're not zeroing in on any one thing in particular. So that's really flattering. They're really
Yeah,
paying
yeah.
close attention to you guys. Um, did I see that you spent some time in Europe as well?
Yeah,
Over there.
uh, I was married, and I lived in Paris, and,
Oh, nice.
I was awesome, and I was able to do some music over there, and that's
Oh,
what really got me.
wow.
I was in a horrible, horrible band, but we played out a lot. It was funny because the singer was, um, from Houston, the guitarist was from Milan, Italy, and the drummer and the guitar
Wow.
player, or the drummer was French, and there was another guitar player, and they were French, and the only person that spoke English was me and the singer.
Wow.
So
Interesting. Yeah.
he
Uh,
spoke fluent French,
Okay.
and, Uh, so he was able to. It was fun though, but we played out a lot, and over there you get a lot of you know, people really support live music, and as bad as we were, we played in front of a lot of people. You know, it gave me a lot of hope. You know, just that, you know, as long as you're doing it, they will, you know, they'll come see you.
That was what I was curious about. It because it does seem that they support music, that um, they're more enthusiastic about coming
Yeah,
out and seeing bands.
yeah. You figure, you know,
More
people
than
like
here.
Yanni, who he sells out stadiums over there with that.
I'm sorry, what? Say
You
that
know that
again.
artist Yanni?
Oh, Yanni. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, he does stadiums over there.
Yeah, right. Boy, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah, it's and you know, and also you get artists that they'll release a song like Vanessa Paradis. She did a song. She released a song when she was 8, and then when I was there, she had just turned 20,
Huh.
and she hooked up with Lenny Kravitz, and he produced her out. She hadn't done any music in between, and she was just hadn't lost any popularity. She was just I mean, just as big, and people still remembered her and they loved her. Where I seriously doubt that would happen in America.
I'm sure that's a whole really cool culture. That we were there very briefly over in Rome and Paris, but not near enough time to really scope out the music situation over there. But that's cool that you were able to do that. And what is your what is your opinion on, say, the state of music in general? You know, with streaming and all that, and navigating all that. Do you have any insight on?
Well, I really like it because I've actually discovered so many new bands. I can't, of course, all their names escape me right now, but um, and you only have like a minute, less than a minute of music,
Yeah.
and it's weird. Most of them are from England or Europe.
Okay.
We have a donor at the pantry.
And
There's a donor.
there's a band.
Thank you.
What are they called? Well, it's all kinds. Mostly, it's like a funk band out of England. I really like, and they wear orange suits. And then there's a uh,
Okay.
oh, well. Anyways, there's a lot of so you know, you have opportunity to put your stuff out there and have you can find a large audience, and it only has to be like a minute's worth of music, and
So,
the
like through Instagram?
yeah,
Okay.
Instagram, that kind of
Okay.
stuff, and
Okay.
there, you know, there's a couple of like Zeppelin ripoff bands out there that are from England that actually some have
Uh,
come to Michigan, and
well,
um,
Greta Van Fleet might be one of those, right?
well, no, I mean,
Oh.
they're from Frankenmuth or something like that,
Yep. Yep.
and
Yep.
but there's a band called Feel, the band Feel, and then well, that
Oh,
one's
really?
Jailer, and
Oh,
they're
okay.
total Led Zeppelin ripoffs.
Oh, really? Okay.
The band Feel, I don't know where they're from, but Jailer is from England, and they
Oh,
do
okay.
the whole thing, the Robert Plant with the whole they do it
Oh,
all.
interesting.
I discovered them on Instagram, and but you know, I love it, and I'm so our goal is to get more stuff online like that, and
Yeah.
um, the AI stuff is kind of scary, but it is what it is. But yeah,
Yeah. I look at that as more of a tool to further like explore arrangements and things like that. I wouldn't use it as the output, um, the actual final product.
right, yeah, I know a lot of people. You can have them write songs. You can uh, not to get political, but I heard that Cash Patel had AI write his complaint when he's
Okay.
which
Right.
was like, are you kidding?
Well,
But
it's hard to tell anymore what is AI and
right.
what.
So I mean, I would never do that. I know, I know people, musicians that do use it, but um, I would never use it. You
Yeah,
know, it's just more fun just to brainstorm and have wordplay, and
right.
it would seem like it would just take the fun out of writing if you just have a machine do it and spit it out, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't it that all or nothing at all approach to, I wouldn't be doing that either, because like you say, I can't stop the ideas from coming through, so I'm going to be, pushing it forward instead of totally. I'm just use a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
right. But Spotify, getting back to, I was going to say Spotify though. I have a love-hate relationship with that. I hate the way it, does not distribute money
yeah,
appropriately, fairly. But then I have discovered a lot of very funky R&B groups that I don't think I would otherwise hear about, and it's been on Spotify.
yeah, yeah. It's just like Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah,
It's that whole like, do you want exposure, or do you want money? Or it'd be nice to have both, but
yeah,
unfortunately, you're gonna get. I mean, honestly, if you want the money, you really got to go for soundtracks or
yes.
license it somehow, and because they have like Bandcamp. I'm sure you're familiar with Bandcamp,
I'm
and
on. Yep, yep.
yeah, and
Yes,
I'll get an email
mhm.
saying you got $5 waiting for you, you know.
Oh yeah, right.
But it's yeah, it's one of those things where it's um you know,
That's it.
I it is. It's like either you get into licensing it with soundtracks, and that's
Yeah.
something we might do, try to push for a soundtrack or something. Because a friend of mine is Ted White, who
Okay.
he's Aretha Franklin's youngest son.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, and he lives in Oak Park, and he wrote a song that got on that TV show, One Tree Hill or something like that. And
Yeah.
it was really a cheesy song. And he looked at me and goes, "Hey man, this song bought me a house, you know?"
And, yeah, definitely. You find your way in there. That is a good spot to be in for
Yeah.
sure.
So it's like, yeah, don't knock it. But yeah, so
Yeah, there
it's
is that.
all this stuff, there's options you can,
Yeah.
and you just gotta keep at it, you know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to come out and see you guys live, maybe over in Ann Arbor or something like that, or one
Yeah,
of
we'll
those
be
like
playing,
that.
just keep up on our Facebook, and we'll post. And
Okay.
like I said, we like doing mostly outdoor
Yeah.
festival stuff. It's more fun, and um, just we're at that stage where we just want to do fun shows, and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So, like if Lenny Kravitz called to have us open, we'll do that.
Yeah. So so other than the band camp and everything, where can people find your music? You have a
Well,
website.
well, see, and another thing, we're on most of the social media. It's Thunderbuck Ram, but we did drop the Ram just because we
Oh,
didn't want too
okay.
much confusion with Mata Hoople.
Oh,
So
all right. Good
so
to
it's
know.
just Thunderbuck. Yeah,
Thunderbuck. Okay.
but yeah, it's we're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and you can find all our music on Spotify and all the
Okay.
streaming platforms. And then so hopefully this summer, fall, we'll have some new material out.
All right. Well, looking forward to that. And once again, Frank, thanks for joining today.
Yeah,
And yeah, and we're gonna put that video up at the end of this segment. So everybody, go check out Thunderbuck and Frank and the band and everybody, and go see them live at one of the festivals and or at a nightclub near you. So,
yeah.
all right. So thanks again, Frank, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. And everybody out there in Bloomfield Hills, BCTV land, I'm coming back to Michigan soon. So we'll see you all soon. Okay. Take care.
Come on, kick it right. Just just like Kung Fu Gold. Standing in plain sight, this shit don't get old. Just a girl I know, she got fast, fresh, funky dreams. Just a girl I know, she talks just like what she means. Wait a minute now, this shit just got real. Come on, tell me now, you know how I feel. Just a girl I know, she got fast, fresh, funky dreams. Just a girl I know, she talks just like what she means. Just like what she means, yeah. Come on, kick it right, just like Kung Fu Gold. Standing in plain sight, this shit just got old. Just a girl I know, she got fast, fresh, funky dreams. Just a girl I know, she talks just like what she means.